Will Shakespeare said that the first thing we do is kill all the lawyers, I wonder if he knew then that his quote would span centuries and still be relevant. Now, based on some of the lawsuits I've seen recently, I'm not terribly surprised. For example, there is a lawsuit on floor plans for homes. Yeah, like your home, like my home, like everybody's home.
The case in question is this. In Columbia House Brokers Realty versus Design Works Homes, the plaintiff claimed that the real estate company had violated its copyrights to the architectural floor plans, specifically the design of a triangular atrium with stairs of a home it built. The real estate company created its own floor plans of the home to assist in the sale of the property. The Eighth Circuit ruled in favor of the plaintiff, concluding that defendants did in fact infringe upon their copyright when they created and published the floor plans without authorization.
Wow. Okay. So this one means if your realtor publishes the floor plans of your house that you live in and you own to aid in the sale of your home, that's a copyright infringement that you might have to pay for. You publish the floor plans on Zillow. You're busted. Get this. If you're an appraiser using the floor plans and to help aid in your opinion of value, is that an infringement? This thing could go deep and it's absolutely insane. So now the NAR and 18 other groups are appealing this lawsuit, which to me makes absolutely no sense and stands to endanger the United States housing market, which represents almost 20% of our national GDP.
You own the home, not the architect's plans. I get it, but maybe counterintuitive? A little illogical? I'd say so. So presumably, if this holds up as it's being appealed to the Supreme Court of the United States, I guess you'd have to pay royalties to the architect on the properties that you've sold that illegally use floor plans to help potential buyers understand what they're buying a little more clearly. Amazing. How about this lawsuit?
Kelly Moore, the paint company, they ought to jump in and sue you too. That is, if you take pictures of your house for the purposes of advertising it for sale. I mean, you own the paint, but you don't own the color. Kelly Moore has a copyright on that color. If this lawsuit makes sense with floor plans, why not paint? There's also an ongoing lawsuit referred to as the Realtor Commission Bomb lawsuit, and it claims that the NAR, multiple listing systems, brokers, and agents, that means all of you, have price-fixed commissions, and a class action lawsuit is going against you right now. All the above mentioned. The Northwest Multiple Listing System, the NWMLS, is providing a roadmap of how commissions could be paid in the future to get you guys out of this ridiculous lawsuit.
The argument is this. The buyer-broker commission rule ensures that price competition among buyer-brokers is restrained because the person retaining the buyer-broker, the buyer, does not negotiate nor pay his or her broker's commission. In addition, the seller's inflated commission offer cannot be reduced by buyers or their brokers, as defendants also prohibit buyer-brokers from making home purchase offers contingent on the reduction of the buyer-broker commission.
They're saying you can't negotiate commissions on a sale. Is that factual? You can negotiate anything you want. You can negotiate to have a BMW put in the driveway with the keys in it for you. The solution, my friends, is this.
The compensation the seller offers to the buyer-broker will be determined by the seller, rather than commission sharing between the two brokerage firms. And the compensation the seller offers to the buyer-broker will be prominently stated on the first page of the NWMLS purchase and sale agreement, with the opportunity for compensation to be accepted by the buyer and the buyer's broker or modified by parties in an addendum.
Okay, so the solution is, according to the NWMLS, is that you're going to have to disclose your commission, making it a negotiating tool for the buyer and the seller, which, if I'm not mistaken, is pretty much how things are right now. This is no big deal, and I know this to be factually true, because back in the late 90s or early 20s, when I was a mortgage broker, we had to start disclosing our YSP and our SRP that was received on a deal. I mean, everybody lost their mind and said that more transparency would wildly reduce a loan officer's income, and that just never happened. The income received didn't change, and neither will the realtors for just disclosing what you're actually making and making it clear. What's funny about this whole thing is this.
As part of NAR's own advice to agents to help rationalize and defend the commission charge suggests,
hey, there was just a recent poll of mortgage company owners to find out what their priorities are in these trying times. Surprisingly, coming in first place was cutting costs, which I guess I kind of understand. And this is the reason why everybody should be looking at Broker Plus as their technology solution, because it's the only POS, LOS, CRM, PPE, e-signature, mobile responsive technology solution for your company in the entire country. Man, that was a mouthful. Check it out by clicking this right over there.
As part of NAR's own advice to agents to help rationalize and defend the commission charge, they suggest professionally drawn floor plans with the artist measuring the total square footage and providing an estimate of it.
Which, based on what we just learned, if I'm not mistaken, would get you in 2 lawsuits. The old double whammy using the architect's floor plans. Ain't it interesting that it's the guidance of the actual association, the NAR, that has agents in the crosshairs of potentially 2 lawsuits. But just keep paying those dues, which is kind of great because they made it more convenient for you to give them money by allowing you to pay your dues now on a monthly basis. Have fun with that one.